Hey, OJ and Deb here. It's coffee time.
Because it's always coffee time. And
And it's our anniversary. 43 years. And counting. And it gets sweeter and sweeter all along.
And we had big plans to make a video for our anniversary, but
they went,
here we are.
Too busy.
We're lazy.
And lazy, yeah.
So we came back to the bridge, just like last year.
We were going to go to Carberry and show you this and show you that.
Show you where we met. Tell you the story of how we met. And we still are. Just, we're going to tell you on the bridge while we walk.
So there's that.
Because walking's what we do.
We do walking.
So, well, let's go for a walk.
Okay.
Our youngest daughter loves to hear the story of how we met. Well, parts of it anyway. Some of the details I'd rather leave out, or at least gloss over. It was August 1979, 44 years ago. Hard to believe it's been that long. It was actually the lowest point in my life. I was just 21 years old, and I'd already managed to make a mess of my life. The only bright light was my 18-month-old daughter, and I was in no way Mother of the Year. If you asked OJ how his life was going at that time, I'm sure he'd say he was in just as big of a mess.
Oh yes, I was heading in a bad direction.
Which probably explains where we first met. I was in the local bar with my brother, and it was near closing time. I'd gone to the ladies' washroom, and when I walked out, a guy grabbed me and sat me on his knee. Yep, it was OJ. But then he disappeared for 2 whole weeks. The next time I saw him was a Sunday afternoon. He and a friend were driving up and down Main Street in a blue Chevelle. I learned later that he had spent the previous 2 weeks putting a new motor in that car.
Well, I needed a car if I was going to ask her out.
Eventually, he stopped and asked my sister and I if we wanted a ride, so we jumped in the back seat. I don't know how long we drove around town, but we talked a lot and somehow made plans to go out to a drive-in theater later that week. When he dropped me off at my house, I got out and went to his open window and talked a bit more. Now this is Danica's favorite part. As I was about to leave, I leaned in the window, gave him a quick kiss, and knocked his hat off.
And she's been knocking my hat off ever since.
Less than a year later, we were married. And 5 years later, we both asked Jesus into our lives.
And every day just gets sweeter and sweeter.